Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Uncharted, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you in short what this movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen. And yeah, just click away from this video and come back after you watch a movie if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, Uncharted is a movie that's been released in 2022, and this is action adventure type of a movie, and this is actually adaptation of Uncharted video game. I'm pretty sure you all heard or played one of Uncharted video games, and I played Uncharted 3 on my friend's PS3 back in the day when it came out. I never finished it though. But Uncharted 4: A Thief's End has been released with a DLC for PC this year, I believe, and I plan on playing it in the future. Anyway, story of the movie starts off with showing young Nathan Drake, which is the main protagonist you play with in all four Uncharted games, and it shows his brother Sam as kids, and they live inside of a home for children because their parents left them or they died or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, they live inside this home for children, and they always been fascinated by the stories about the treasure hunting and gold. And Sam tries to steal this map from the museum that apparently leads to that gold. They've been trying to find. The gold is from 18th century, from some Spanish ships that sank somewhere in the ocean, and since then the treasure has been lost. And Sam has been always fascinated by that story, and he wanted to find the gold and get rich and all that kind of stuff. And at the beginning of the movie they get caught while trying to steal that map for who knows which time, and now they want to imprison Sam. And young Nathan dislikes that, and he's very sad about it. And his brother Sam runs off, and he says that he will come back for Nathan. And unfortunately that never happens, which is when the movie cuts years and years later. Now Nathan is young, he grew up, he's like in his 20s or something. He works as a bartender, and now we see young Nathan Drake living his own life. Then there is this girl at the beginning of the movie that he serves, and he steals her bracelet. And he does that so swiftly, so he obviously been into stealing and all these kind of things. And that's when that bracelet gets stolen from his pocket when he's serving another man called Victor Sully, which is yet another important character from Uncharted video games. And that's where Nathan meets Sully, and he realizes later that he stole his bracelet, but he's the bracelet of the girl actually that he stole. But he pulls out the card from his pocket where the bracelet was that Victor left him, and he wrote to him the address where he's hiding, and he told him not to steal. So Nathan goes there to get back the bracelet, and that's where he finally meets Victor, and they start to chat a little bit, and Nathan says that he came only for the bracelet, but then Victor shows him the map that he and his brother were trying to steal when they were kids. And he tells him that the map is actually real, he stole it, and he's also looking for that treasure. And then he tells him that he knew his brother Sam, and that's what gets the Nathan's attention, and he decides to help Victor to find that gold, but only with the purpose of finding out what happened to his brother. Of course, Victor knew what happened the entire time, but did not wanted to tell that to Nathan because otherwise he wouldn't come with him. Unfortunately, it turns out that Sam is dead. It died while searching for the gold with Victor. And then there are these villains, this other faction, this rich Italian family who believes that this treasure belongs to them, and they're also looking for the treasure. And that's where things start to cook up in the movie. Nathan and Sully now join forces and decide to get that gold, and to get that gold they have to go through a bunch of things. They first have to steal this cross from the museum that is actually a key, and that cross is also the property of this rich Italian man and of that villain. That's actually what movie makes you believe that he's a main villain. And then there is later a plot twist that turns out that he's not the main villain. There is this chick with a karambit. She's actually the main villain. She leads that paramilitary group that is also looking for the goal. And then there's this third chick that is called Chloe. She joins Nathan and Sully on the adventure. She apparently has the second cross, that golden cross, that is actually, again, the key for opening the chamber to the gold. And, they start all to look for that chamber, and now they're fighting this paramilitary group down the road as they're trying to reach the goal, and that's where action starts to go on and everything, and they finally reach that chamber, Chloe, Sully, and Drake, and they find these big vases that are completely empty, and they realize the gold is not there, but what they do find is a map that actually tells the actual location of the gold, so there is more complications down the road, and things get very complicated, and there's a lot of mystery through the entire movie. A lot of plot twists happens down the road. I'm not gonna go through every single detail because it's too much, but it's just like in the game. It just goes on, and they just found a way to make things longer and more complicated and more enjoyable somehow. And in the end, they do find the goal. They find they fight this chick that is also trying to get the gold from them. And it's what's really interesting through the story of this movie is like the connection of these characters. At first they don't trust each other. Chloe doesn't trust Victor Sully. Victor Sully doesn't trust Chloe. Nathan Drake is trying to trust both of them, but he also doesn't. They get betrayed by each other multiple times through the movie because everyone just wants to get the gold, and it's all about the greed and who's gonna get the gold first. And in short, that's pretty much what's going on in the story of this movie. So it's quite complicated, I'd say, but once you watch the movie, it fits all together perfectly, and it's actually not that complicated once you watch it, but it's kind of complicated to explain what's going on in the story of this movie, and that's what I like, because that's exactly what Uncharted games are like. And it definitely felt like I watched a game. There was also this plane scene from the video games. I believe it's the second Uncharted video game where Nathan falls from the plane, where there are these boxes of cargo hanging from the plane, and there is even the voice actor and like the character from the game in the movie, the guy whose face has been scanned and implemented into the game. And they, at one point in the movie, he asks them, Chloe and Nathan, what happened to them, and they're coming out of sea all wet, and Nathan says, I dropped from the plane, from the sky, and the guy says, I remember something like that happening to me. So I really liked how they made that little reference and that little Easter egg that was connected directly to the video game. You can also see the Naughty Dog logo once in the movie. It's pretty cool. It's really cool how they actually call developers. They actually had to call developers and ask for their permission to make that movie because, it's literally Uncharted movie, so they had to get things done lawfully to make the movie, and together with the developers of the game, they created the movie, and it turned out very well. Honestly, the action was on point. At first, I was really skeptical about Tom Holland playing Nathan Drake. I didn't really know what to think about that, but it turns out that he played out Nathan Drake, young Nathan Drake, perfectly, and it was fun. It was definitely fun to watch. Mark Wahlberg was a Sully. That was something I also was kind of skeptical about, but it also turned out really great in the end. So the actors did phenomenal job. CGI was on point in the movie. The action was on point. And yeah, what I really liked about Uncharted movie is that how everything was fluid and everything had a flow. things started kind of happening pretty quickly, and the whole adventure spirit of the movie starts right off the beginning, and there is a lot of interesting things going on. Like I said, there is multiple plot twists through the movie, bunch of cool interesting scenes. They crack jokes through the movie that are pretty funny, honestly, and I enjoyed them. It's some cool humor, and I really like the characters. You could really fall in love with them. It literally felt just like the video game, and I think they did a good job. I think we can only thank developers of Uncharted game for a movie turning out the right way. So they did not fuck it up. I thought this movie is gonna be a catastrophe, but it didn't. It turned out just to be as I expected it, and it turned out great. Actually, it was very enjoyable movie with tons of mystery and all that Indiana Jones vibe, and yeah, Uncharted is basically like modern version of Indiana Jones, and I loved it. I definitely loved it. I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy the game as well because fourth game has all the best ratings. They all say it's cinematic spectacle of a game. Can't wait to play it actually. Hope to play it in the future. But yeah, definitely if you are into adventurous type of movies with action and treasure hunting and all the mystery and the puzzles, that the puzzle parts were very well presented in the game. I really love how the characters solved all the mysteries and all the puzzles in the movie. That was also very well done. Music was also on the point in the movie. Choreography was great. I really, especially again, like that scene on the plane. It was just like in the game, so it was pretty cool. It was very well done, honestly. And all I can say is that Uncharted was definitely enjoyable and fun movie to watch. That was made by Uncharted video game, and developers and the movie director, actors, everyone did pretty good job. It was definitely fun to watch. It's just one of those movies that is meant to be fun to watch, and that's exactly what it is. I definitely recommend you to check out a movie. If you're into these things, you're not gonna regret it, especially if you're a game fan. I can't say I am because like I said, I never played any of the games, but I'm pretty sure the game is gonna be very enjoyable for me because everybody is talking positively about it. So definitely the best message that I've got from this movie is about friendship and trust. Honestly, that was the whole point of this movie for me. Through the entire movie, they are all just racing to get the gold until they realize how pointless it is, how all that wealth and gold won't make them happy. The movie actually wants to tell you in the end that what matters is friendship and adventures and things you do and experience in life, those emotions and connections we make with people. That's what movie wanted to tell you. They just purely show that very well, how pointless it is to chase money and in this case gold and treasure in life. You can be rich, but that won't make you wealthy. It won't make you happy or whatever. And I really love how Uncharted movie presented that message with all the action and all the fun scenes and everything. I absolutely loved it. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this movie review, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally okay. You can also join my Chris Facebook group. Link is down below in the description. You can follow me there as well if you want. If you don't want to, again, you don't have to. And once again, thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're amazing. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.